So I'm here with Aksel Lund Svindal, Norwegian ski racer and overall World Cup winner 3 times, Olympic gold medalist in Super G, and a lot of other titles that you have as well, Axel. It's really nice to see you here in Kuhtai.
Thank you.
I know you've got some injuries at the moment, but what I want to know is what drives you as a skier. I mean, you know, you've got so many titles to your name, but yet you're still determined to go on, rest this season, and come back next year and win some medals. I mean, what really drives you to do that?
I think it's. Obviously, I like doing it, and it's. When you mention a lot of success, but it's. I like the skiing. I like the training season. You know, the summer, the fall, just as much as the winter when all the races are on. So I like. Obviously, I like skiing. I'm very competitive, but I also really like the lifestyle. There's a lot of good people in the ski community, and we have a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, to really push yourself to that limit, I think, you know, a normal person, once they've achieved all of those amazing goals that you've achieved, you know, to keep on driving yourself, because it's not easy, is it, to keep in shape, to keep at the top level, the world level. It's not easy to do that.
No, if you want to, with anything, if you want to be really good at something, you got to work hard. And but on the other side, it's only like a window until let's say your mid-30s, and then then I just feel like there's a lot of other stuff to do in this world, but there'll be enough time, because I can only do this for, let's say, 4 more years at the level that I'm at now, and I think it's only, I should take advantage of those 4 years and still have a lot of fun with this, and then I'll go on to doing something else later. And
so I mean, you're looking ahead then to the 2018 Winter Olympics in South Korea, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe something like that. We'll see. I've never been one to think too much about that, actually. I think the moment you start thinking about that, it's probably the moment where it's going towards the end. And as long as I'm not thinking about when to retire, I'm still having a lot of fun. So
you've got some really good skiers coming up in the Norwegian system at the moment. And obviously Jan-Strod's doing really well, and there's some other young skiers coming up both on the male and female side.
Yeah.
Do they push you at all, or is it the other way around? Are you kind of pushing them and they're looking up to you?
I think it's both. I was alone after Hughes and Almat retired. Then I was kind of the solo skier from Norway for many years that would could win races. But now there's you mentioned Jan-Strod. He's had an incredible year this year. Kristoffersen's coming up. There's the girls are doing better, and there's more young slalom skiers too. So it's I think we have a good system. Like, it's one we've been building for a long time. And I think we have a very open system. If there's a young skier, like when I was young, I could ask the old experienced guys anything, and they would give me good advice. And it's the same thing now. If a young guy wants to ask me something, or wonders about something, then it's we're very. It's like a flat structure. Like, it doesn't matter if you won a lot of titles or if you're like a promising junior. You still treat it with the same respect, and I think that's we have a good team spirit, and I think that's one of the things that really makes us produce a lot of good skiers.
Okay, I mean, you're on head skis now.
Yeah.
You switched a couple of years ago, right?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
And what made you change?
Obviously how good the skis are. It's you never know until you start testing. And then I was at a point where I was seeing Head in the world of racing. They were doing all the right moves in their skis, and the results were just getting better and better and better. And I just had a feeling that this is something I need to test and see what the skis are like. And and then that's what I did. But I also spent some time with the team, with the guys that the whole crew that goes into the development of new models and building the skis. And I just my gut feeling was telling me that this is the right place to be. And I think looking at the results, not just for me, but all the other guys in Head too, the last 4 years, then it was a very good move. So
right.
I'm very happy.
And in terms of destinations for ski racing, or what's your favorite mountain to ski race on? You
know what? People ask that, and I never come up with a good answer, because it really is much more about the conditions than it is about what mountain you're on that day. So I would, if you're in Colorado, or if you're here in the Alps, or if you're, further south in the Dolomites, or if you're in Norway, Scandinavia, there's so much good skiing, and I think you just, any mountain is really good on a good day. So
you must have a twinge of excitement when you go to somewhere like Svindaal, a mountain that you know really well.
Yeah, but it's a good mountain, but compared to like some of the big mountains around the world, it's a really small mountain. So you go to a place like Whistler, for instance, there's so much diversity. It's amazing powder skiing. There's good. I've been many places. Go down to Trentino, to Italy.
Right.
and you have like good skiing, and then you get the Italian lifestyle and food too. So it's
I like that too.
a little bit of everything.
That's nice.
All right.
Axel, for any young ski racer coming up through the system, what would be your number one piece of advice?
Well, I think any sports or like anything you want to do in life, it's kind of fair and simple. It's like if you want to be good at it, you have to do it a lot. So this is probably kind of unfair talking to someone living in Britain because there's not that many ski resorts. But the truth is, if you want to be a good skier, you have to ski a lot. And it's, you know, that's the beauty of it. It's that it's that simple. If you want to be good at something, you need to do it a lot. And the good thing about it is that skiing is a lot of fun. So why not do it a lot? It just, you know, makes a lot of sense if you want to be good at it.
And what about, you know, the rise of freestyle skiing in the UK with the indoor slopes and that sort of thing? What do you think about that kind of stuff? I mean, seeing British riders right up there on the top podiums and freestyle racing now.
So for me, skiing is like if you know if you're on twin tip skis and you know, big air, or if you're powder skiing, or if you're, you know, in ski touring or racing. I think for me, you know, skiing, it's skiing. So I actually, I think all of that is good. Even, you know, snowboarding, it's, you know, you're still being in the resorts and you're, you know, you're having a lot of fun. So I think that's a good thing, because obviously not every country is fortunate to have, like, you know, the Alps like here in Austria.
Yeah.
And then you gotta, you know, play with what you have, and that's, you know, the parks and big air half pipe, you know, that even in a city that works, you know, with the rails and the whole urban thing. So I think that's beautiful. It gives people the opportunity to ski everywhere, almost everywhere, all over the world.
And when you give up alpine ski racing, are you going to carry on skiing and carry on skiing and do something a bit different with skiing? I mean, are you going to try some free ride stuff and that kind of thing, or? Well,
I'm already doing some free ride stuff. Like, I'm going to Alaska now at the end of the season. So, but I'll keep playing with that for sure. But you know, I'll always be a skier. It's a part of what I do, and hopefully it will not be all that I do when I'm done skiing. I mean, I hope I can seek out some other adventure, but for sure I'll still be skiing a lot.
And what's your hobby? Have you got a hobby?
Hobbies? What do I have as hobbies? I mean, in the summer I like to play around the water, like windsurfing, stuff like that. And I'm also I really like the whole like entrepreneur, like startup technology thing. So I'm playing around with that a little bit and trying to learn a little bit. And yeah, just there's a lot. My experience has taught me that there's a lot of cool stuff in this world, not just in sports and skiing. So I want to, you know, see what's out there a little bit when I'm done with racing. And but like I said, I'll always be a skier.
That's fantastic. Well, Axel, it's been a pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you. See you.